Hi everybody. So today I'm going to do a little cooking demonstration for you. Mike and the kids are downstairs playing a game, so I am getting lunch ready for us. First we're going to start with, this is one of the Good Food Real Results recipes. It's called balsamic parmesan chicken fingers. So what I do is I buy these little fillets from Costco. They come frozen and they're the perfect little size for chicken fingers. So what I'm going to do is, normally I would have some leftover balsamic vinaigrette, but today I don't, so I'm just going to use the balsamic vinaigrette. I'm just going to add a little olive oil and balsamic vinegar to one of my dishes here. So the recipe on the jar says 2 tablespoons balsamic vinaigrette dressing mixed with 3/4 of a cup olive oil and a 1/4 cup balsamic vinegar. So I'm going to use more olive oil, less balsamic vinegar. These dressings are perfect because you only need to make as much as you need. You don't have a bunch of jars sitting in your fridge of salad dressings. So it saves space too. They're also great to take to the lake or keep in the trailer as their dry mix, and you can just add your pantry staples to it. So I'm just going to sprinkle in a little here. Whisk it up with our little mini whisk. Give it a rinse because I'm going to need that later. And then I'm going to use our Italiano Coat and Cook mix. So these are actually gluten-free, kind of like a shake and bake sort of thing. So these come in packs of 3 for $15. But there's also 2 other kinds. There's a Tex-Mex and an Asian, and you can actually get a variety pack so you can try one of each before you decide which one's your favorite. Honestly, I think this one's our favorite. My kids always really enjoy anything I make with this. So I'm only going to use maybe 1/3 or half of the package. I'm going to throw in some, I've already got some Parmesan cheese measured out here. So I'll mix that up a little. I've already got my oven heating to 375. And now we just start dipping. Take the chicken and add it to the crumbs. It smells so good. Okay, so I've got all my chicken fingers ready to go here. Again, I dip them first in just some prepared balsamic vinaigrette dressing, and then the Italiano Coat and Cook mix mixed with some grated Parmesan cheese. So just a little bit more about the Italiano Coat and Cook mixes, and actually all 3 of the mixes. They're made with chia seeds and psyllium husks, as well as some other herbs and spices as well. So they are actually a great source of omega-3 polyunsaturated fatty acids, a source of fiber, and the psyllium promotes a feeling of fullness. So a really great option here. I'm just going to pop these into the oven for 20 minutes on 375. And while that cooks, I'm going to make barbecue sauce. My husband has requested barbecue sauce for dipping his chicken fingers in. So I've already got about 1/2 cup of ketchup in our little prep bowl here. And I'm going to get my recipe out. This one's called Quick Barbecue Sauce. So what we use is our barbecue seasoning. And I'm just going to I'm making actually 1/2 of this recipe, so I've got 1/2 cup of ketchup. It regularly calls for 1 cup. And then I'm going to do 1½ teaspoons of the seasoning. And 1/2. And then I'm also going to add some lemon juice. The same amount of lemon juice, 1½ teaspoons. As well, it calls for vinegar. I'm just going to use balsamic because that's what I have out here that I use for my balsamic dressing. It tastes really good. Okay, that's it for that. We just need to whisk it up with our handy dandy little mini whisk. ready for lunch. So now what else I'm going to make for a side is just a simple tossed salad. We've got some brand new dressings that just came out in September, so I'm not sure if you have seen the new catalog yet, but they're called Nourish dressings. So what they are is they use a lot less oil than our regular dressings, and instead they use fruit juices, so you're just cutting out a lot of the fat there. So today I'm going to make basil and tomato Nourish dressing. And so the recipe's on the jar here, Nourish dressing. In a cruet, that's this guy here, combine 2 tablespoons each of the, 2 tablespoons of the dressing mix with 1/3 of a cup each balsamic vinegar and tomato juice. And then we're just going to add 1/4 cup of olive oil. So, give this a rinse here. Let's start with the dressing. It smells so good. So 1, 2 go in there. Like I said before, the dressings are so so simple to make, and they store really well. I'm going to start with the dressing, or the balsamic vinegar, sorry. So I'm doing 1/3 of a cup in here, and once it's all in here, all we do is shake it up and it is ready to eat. I'm going to cut up a few veggies. Here's my tomato juice. My son will drink the rest of this on its own. He loves it. And 1/4 cup of olive oil. So quick and easy. And like I said before, you can easily just make a half of the recipe if you plan on making something different for the next time, or otherwise it will keep for about 1 to 2 weeks in your fridge. And what I like to do is I like to use occasionally a flax oil or a hemp oil, because those are already refrigerated, and so they don't solidify in the fridge like an olive oil does. So I'm going to get my lid on here, give it a shake, and it just needs to sit for maybe 5-10 minutes just to, oh, it smells so good, soften a little bit, and it's ready to go. So now I'm just going to get my salad going here. I've already got some mixed greens in here. It's a kale, spinach, and Swiss chard mix. So I've got a cucumber here. We like to buy these mini ones. The kids just pop these in their lunch and eat them like this. So I'm using our ceramic slicer. It makes such quick and easy, nice, thin slices. Can you see how thin that is? It's perfect. This is also great if you want to do potato chips. What I do is I'll do thin slices of potato. Whoop, there it goes. And I'll put it on our crisper pan, the one with the holes at the bottom, and then I'll just season with just maybe a spray of olive oil and any kind of seasoning you like. You can use barbecue. I think I'm going to try actually these new nutritional yeast sprinkles, which I'm going to talk about in a second here. So I've also got a beautiful pepper from my garden. I just picked it this morning. I'm going to take one little slice off with our ceramic slicer here, or ceramic knife, sorry. I believe this one is the 5-inch. I'm just going to take a couple of the seeds out. And again, I'm just going to slice it with my ceramic slicer. So what a ceramic blade does, which is what's in here and also what's in this paring knife, is basically it's super sharp, and it's supposed to stay sharp for a really long time, so you don't ever have to sharpen it. And again, made some really nice thin slices for peppers. These go really great on sandwiches, you know, when you have big chunks of peppers and they kind of like tip off the sandwich and stuff. These will actually stay on there for you. I've got a couple more, one more thing here. I've got some little sun gold tomatoes off of my plant from outside. So I'm just going to cut these off, cut these guys in half here. I'll show you this ceramic knife works perfectly for cutting tomatoes. It just goes right through and they don't even get squished or the juices don't come out of it or anything like that. It works really good. The best knife for tomatoes by far. So I'm just going to keep cutting up these tomatoes while I'm waiting for my chicken to come out of the oven, and then I'll be right back and show you what we have when we're done. Okay, so like I said earlier, this meal here is from our Good Food Real Results program. This is, it says it's a lifestyle focused on cooking and eating the right quantity, quality, and frequency of real food that tastes great to nourish and satiate you. So what it has is it's got all sorts of meal plans, it's got tips for traveling, eating out in restaurants, how you should be eating throughout the week, and tons of recipes in the back here. So this one in particular, balsamic and parmesan chicken fingers, it says to perfectly balance your plate, you're going to serve it with a 1/4 cup of marinara sauce for dipping. I made the barbecue sauce, so we're going a little bit off plan here today, but that marinara sauce would add another veggie component to your meal. It says side salad made with 2 cups mixed greens or any veggies that you want really, and with a tablespoon of balsamic vinaigrette. So you can use balsamic vinaigrette because you dipped your chicken fingers in that already, or you can try this, we're going to try this new basil and tomato one today. So this plan is, you can get a collection that comes with the book and all of the products needed to follow this plan, and that's $209.50 plus tax, shipping and tax. But as a hostess, you can actually get that for half price, so it's a really great deal. It's great for anyone on a weight loss journey. I found that I had a ton more energy. I did this program about a year ago. I had a ton of energy, didn't want to nap every day like I normally did, so I really highly recommend it. You're just nourishing your body with real clean food. So, I'm just going to dish up here. I cut into one of these chicken fingers already to make sure it was done. Pop that on the plate with a bit of our salad here. Make sure I get lots of those good peppers and tomatoes from my garden. They're so delicious. Okay, I'll sunk to the bottom. Okay, and then you go to shake up your dressing again. Like I said before, if you're going to want to store this in the fridge, especially because it's got the tomato juice in it, and it will solidify a little bit if you're using olive oil, but you basically just need to bring it out 5-10 minutes before you're ready to eat. Let it sit and come to room temperature a little bit, well, not even room temperature, and then you just shake it up and it'll get all mixed up again. I'm also going to add this brand new product. It's another new enhanced nutrition product. It's called Garlic and Onion Nutritional Yeast Sprinkles, and there are a couple of other ones as well. If you want to comment below on the video, if you can find the other ones on my website, that would be great. So these nutritional yeast sprinkles are an excellent source of vitamin B12, a nutrient that helps keep the body's nerve and blood cells healthy. It's a source of 8 essential vitamins and minerals, and it's low in sodium. So another great one for anyone who doesn't have dairy, and they want kind of a flavor of Parmesan cheese. So here we go. We're ready for lunch. Bon appetit!
Thank you, Mommy. It's a little tangy, but I love it.
Awesome.